The town is heavy with mingled burden, but I, Oedipus, have come to save it. Old man, what is happening? How can I help?
As you can see, our city is in ruins. Nothing's growing, there's no cattle, and no children are being born. You saved our city once. Please save us again.
It pains me to see our city in ruins. I have sent Creon, Jocasta's brother, to the Pythian temple to learn how I can save the city.
Bless you, my lord. It appears Creon is broken.
At home or away?
He left, but never returned.
Was there a witness?
All were killed except for one who fled on terror. He knew nothing except that there were many accused.
How dare someone do this? Whoever killed the king shall be punished. I'll do everything in my power to save our city.
Gods, come to us now as you have before. There are no children and many are dying. Call on the gods to help us. I did not kill the king, and I cannot tell you who the killer is. But since Phoebus set the quest, it is his part to tell who the man is.
No man can make the gods speak against their will.
Then I will tell you another option. Lord Tiresias and Lord Apollo see alike. Tiresias will answer your questions most clearly.
On Creon's word, I have already sent for him. Here he comes now. You know everything. You have no eyes, but you still see all. You know what a plague our city is afflicted. You are the only one who can rescue us. The only way to rid us of this disease is to reveal the name of King Laius' killer. We will kill them or expel them from our country, and only then can we be truly free.
Wisdom brings no profit for the wise man. I knew this well, but had forgotten it. I should not have come here.
What is this? Why are you sad now that you have come?
Let me go home. It would be easiest for both of us to bear our several destinies to the end, if you will follow my advice.
You'd rob us of your prophecy? You act as if you have no care for the law or love of thieves.
I will not bring to the light of saving my troubles, mine rather than calling yours.
You know something but refuse to speak. You would betray us and destroy the city.
Why are you wasting your labor? I will tell you nothing.
Tell us, you villain. Do not stand there quietly, unmoved and bulking at the issue.
Of themselves, things will come, although I hide them and breathe no word of them.
Since they will come, tell them to me.
Get as angry as you want, but I will say nothing further.
I think that you were the co-plotter of the deed and the doer of the deed, except for the actual killing. If you had eyes, I would say you alone killed him.
I warn you, keep your opinions to yourself, for you are the land pollution.
How dare you make this taunt?
I say you are the murderer of the king whose murder you seek.
Not twice shall you say such things, but walk away unpunished. Was this horrible plan to pin Laius' murder on me, yours, or Creon's?
Creon plays no part in this. He is no hurt to you, but you are to yourself.
Jealousy! You and Creon are jealous of my wealth and power. You are trying to dethrone me, thinking that you have a spot next to him. You are no prophetic power, no knowledge from God. Both you and your accomplice will pay for your plot to drive me out. Treason fills your heart.
You may have your eyes, but see not where you are in sin, nor where you live, nor whom you live with. Do you know who your parents are? You know nothing. So muddy with contempt, my words decree on. Misery shall grind no man as it will you.
I do not have to endure these words. Go, and a curse go with you. Quick, home with you, out of my house at once. Go on, fool!
I am a fool then, as it seems to you, but the parents who have bred you wise.
What parents? Stop. Who are they all of the world?
This day will show your birth and will destroy you.
Stop speaking in riddles.
I have said all I came to say, but I tell you, King, this man, this murderer, he is here. He came as a stranger to the city, but as a true Theban citizen. He will find no joy in discovering that which now blinds him. He will journey the world carrying a stick, and shall be proven to be a father and a brother both, a son and a husband, and a murderer to the king and father. If I be mistaken, then I shall have no skill in prophecy.
Who is the man proclaimed at Delphi's rock to be the bloody-handed murderer? The Theban people must track him down, for the prophecy lives on. I do not approve of what the seer has said, nor do I deny it. Zeus and Apollo are wise and all-knowing in human things, but I do not agree with those who find fault with the king, and he is not condemned by me.
I have heard that the king accuses me of wanting to steal his throne. This interests me to be considered a traitor to my city and people.
How dare you show your face here?
Oedipus, do you know what you are saying? Listen before you pass judgment.
I find you dangerous and my foe.
Hear what I shall say to them.
If you... At least don't tell me that you think that you are not guilty.
If you think being stubborn without wisdom is a valuable possession, you're wrong.
And you are wrong if you believe that a criminal will not be punished only because he is family.
This is but just. Then tell me, what am I guilty of?
Did you or did you not send that prophetic mumbler?
I did, and I will stand by what I told you.
How long ago was it since Laius
What about him? I don't understand.
vanished, died, murdered?
It was a long, long time ago to remember.
At that time, did he say anything about me?
Never, at least when I was with you.
You never searched for the dead man?
Yes, we searched, but we never found anything.
Then here, I will not be proved a murderer.
Then if you do not believe me, go and ask the oracle for yourself, but do not punish me out of fear.
His words are wise, my king, if one is fearful. Those who are quick in temper are not safe.
What do you want to do then? Banish me?
No, not banish you, kill you.
I don't think you know what you're saying.
For my own interest, yes.
Stop, my lords! Here comes Jocasta coming from the house. She will help settle the fight you argue about.
Shame on you. Why have you raised this foolish, squabbling fight? Oedipus, Creon, go into the house and don't make your problems bigger than what they already are.
Sister, he thinks he has the right to banish or kill me.
He is right, for I find him plotting against me!
I beg you, Oedipus, trust him in this.
Spare him, don't kill him.
Do you know what you ask?
He has been your trustworthy friend. Do not drive him away, dishonored on a false charge.
So you're asking for my death or banishment?
May the sun god forbid. May I die without blessing if I had such thoughts.
Well, let him go then. If I must die the time sword or be sent out dishonored into exile, then I shall still hate him, wherever he is.
I see you're very dangerous when you're out of temper.
Go away! Leave!
I'll go. You have not known me, but they have, and they have known my innocence.
Jocasta, why don't you tell Oedipus the story?
Tell me, since he keeps his own mouth clean of any guilt.
King Laius had a son. He tied him up and left him on a pathless hillside. Apollo cursed the son of Laius, saying he shall kill his father. But years later, King Laius was killed by foreign highway robbers at a place where 3 roads meet.
Oh dear Jocasta, I could run mad. I thought I heard you say that he was killed at a place where 3 roads meet. Where is this place? Where was he murdered? How long ago?
Phocius is the country. The news came to the city just before you became king. What is the thought that troubles your heart?
Don't ask me yet. Tell me of Laius. How did he look? How old or young was he?
He was just like you.
Oh God, I think I have called curses of myself on ignorance.
What do you mean?
I am afraid that the old seer had eyes. Tell me, how was his company? Did he travel alone or with many?
There were 5 of them in one carriage. Only the servant escaped home safely.
This servant, where is he now?
When he saw that Laius was dead and you were king, he came to me and asked to be sent to the fields to be my shepherd, and that he might only see the city from afar. He was a good and honest man, and I granted his request.
I wish he could come back. I must see this shepherd.
I will send for him. He will come, but I must know what disquiets you so.
Dear Jocasta, I fear I may have said too much. I am the son of Oedipus, king of Corinth, and my mother is Moraga. When I was a young man, I visited the Pytho without my parents' knowledge and was told that I would one day lie with my mother and was doomed to murder my father. When I heard this, I fled Corinth and vowed to never see my parents again, determined to see this dreadful oracle unfulfilled. As I journeyed away from the city, I came to a crossroads and encountered a carriage as you described. They would not let me pass on the road. I became angry and I struck the man. I killed them. I killed them all. If there be any connection between that man and Laius, then I have cursed myself.
Sir, we too fear these things, but until you see the shepherd face to face and hear his story, hope.
What do you want to do with him?
I'll tell you if I find that his story is the same as yours.
Why? What so particularly did you learn from my story?
You said that you spoke of highway robbers who killed Laius. Now if he uses the same number, it was not I who killed him.
Be sure, at least, that this was how he was told the story. He cannot unsay it now, for everyone in the city heard it, not I alone.
Right, but yet, send for someone for the peasant to bring him here. Do not neglect it.
I will send quickly.
May destiny ever find me. My insolence breeds the tyrant. Insolence in its glad with serpent. Unseasonable, unprofitable, climbs to the rooftop plunges. When such deeds are held in honor, God's service perish.
Princes of the land, I have had thought to go to the gods' temples, bringing in my hand gifts of incense and garlands, as you see.
Might I learn from you where's the king?
He's in his home with his children.
God bless you and your family.
Thank you. What do you have to tell us?
Good
Why are
news.
you here?
Good news, lady.
What is it? Who sent you?
I've been sent from Corinth. My news is joyful, yet troubling.
What is the news of double meaning?
The people of Isthmus will choose Oedipus to be king.
What about their king?
He has died.
Be quick and run to the king with news.
Why have you sent for me?
He is from Corinth, and he tells us that your father has died.
Is this true, messenger?
Yes, your father has, and you are to be king.
Oh, dear Jocasta, they prophesied that I should kill my father, but he is dead and not by my hand. This gives me great comfort, but I still fear the living. I still fear Moraga, Oedipus' wife.
What about her friend who drew?
A terrible oracle.
Can it be told?
Once a time, Lokia said that I would kill my father and lie with my mother.
This is the fear which drove you out?
I did not wish to kill my father.
Why I brought you this news to earn your thanks when I had come home safe.
I won't go near my parents.
You don't know what you're doing.
What do you mean? Tell me.
If your homecoming is checked by fears,
Yes?
all your fears are empty.
How is that?
Because Oedipus was not your father,
He wasn't my father?
no more than I.
How can you be my father just as much as him?
Neither of us begat you.
Then why did he call me son?
He took you from me, as a gift.
Did he love so much what wasn't his?
His childlessness persuaded him.
Did you buy me or find me?
On Citharon slopes you were found.
Why were you there?
I was in charge of mountain flocks.
You were a shepherd.
Yes,
What ails me?
you're sick with your ankles.
What do you mean?
I untied your feet.
My swaddling clothes brought me disgrace?
So from this you were called your name.
Was this my parents' doing?
I don't know. The man who gave you me has more knowledge than I.
Then you did not find me. You took me from someone else?
Yes, another shepherd, one of Laius's men.
Is he alive still? I must see him. Do any of you know of this shepherd?
I believe he is the peasant you have sent for. Jocasta will know best.
Oedipus, I beg you, stop. Do not have this out if you have any care for your own life. What I am now suffering is enough.
I will not be persuaded to let the chance of finding out this whole thing clearly.
Oh, Oedipus, God help you from the knowledge of who you really are.
Why has the queen gone from us in such wild rushing grief? I'm afraid that trouble will break out of the silence.
Break out what will. I will know my ancestry and learn the secret of my birth.
Here comes the old herdsman. Perhaps he has the answers you seek.
Old man, tell me who you are. Were you a servant of King Laius?
I was.
What was your work?
I spent my life with the flocks.
And you know this man?
No, he does not come to mind.
We managed flocks for some years, yours from Thebes and mine from the country of Cimarron.
Yes, you are right. It has been many years.
Do you remember giving me a child?
Why do you ask me that?
This man is that child.
Oh, please, sir, do not harm the old man. God help me.
You will unless you tell me truly. Where did you get the child?
I'll die far worse if I tell you. I was given the child by King Laius and Jocasta.
Meaning that the child was their own.
Your wife would tell you best how this all was.
My wife.
Yes, they sent me to kill the child in the mountains, but I had pity on it, so I sent it off with another man to another country. If you are the man who says, you are bred to misery.
Oh, what anger and misery have come upon me!
Oedipus, you are my pattern of this. Oedipus, you and your fate. Luckless Oedipus, whom of all men I envy not at all, but now whose tale is more miserable. Who is there lives with a savager fate? Whose troubles so reversed his life and his? Standing a tower against my death for my land. Hence he was called my king, and hence was honored the highest of all honors. And hence he ruled in the great city of Thebes. Time, who sees all, has found you out against your will. Judges your marriage accursed, begetter and begot at one in it.
O citizens of Thebes, I come bearing grim news.
What's more to tell?
Short is to hear and tell. Our glorious King Jocasta's dead.
How? By whose hand?
By her own hand. When she came raging into the house, she went straight to her bed, sobbing uncontrollably, all the weight of her grief crashing on her all at once. Then she groaned and cursed the bed in which she committed the sin. After that, she died? I don't know, for Oedipus distracted us from seeing. He burst upon us shouting, bellowing terribly, and led by some invisible guide, he rushed on the two doors. There he saw his wife hanging, the twisted rope around her neck. When he saw her, he cried out fearfully and cut the dangling noose. Then as she lay, poor woman, on the ground, what happened after was terrible to see. He tore the brooches, fastening her robe, away from her, and lifting him high, dashed them into his own eyeballs, shrieking out, "They will never see the crime I have committed or done upon me." And the bleeding eyeballs gushed, sluggish, oozing drops like black rain and bloody hail poured down. He shouted for someone to unbar the doors and show him to all the men of Thebes, his father's killer, revealing his true colors. As a king, he must stay true to his word.
This is a terrible sight for men to see. I never found a worse. Poor wretch, what madness came upon you? I shudder at the sight of you, and such misfortunes. It is no wonder if double weights the burden of your grief.
Your care is not unnoticed. I can know your voice. This darkness is now my world.
Doer of dreadful deeds, how did you dare so far to do despite to your own eyes?
Why should I see whose vision showed me nothing sweet to see?
These things are as you say.
What can I see to love? What greetings can touch my ears with joy? Take me away and haste to a place out of the way.
Unhappy in your mind and your misfortune, would I have ever known you.
Curse the man who took the cruel bonds from off my legs as I lie in the field.
I too could have wished it had been so.
Then I would not have come to kill my father and marry my mother. Is there any ill worse than the lot that is Oedipus?
I can't say your remedy was good. You would be better dead than blind and living.
I did when I came here, oh marriage! And then you bred me, and again when you had bred children of your child, and showed me brides, wives, and mothers, the foulest deeds that can be from this world of ours.
Here comes Creon to give advice. Creon is left ruler in your stead.
Creon, what shall I say to him?
Oedipus, I have come not to taunt you, but to see what you ask of me.
Drive me from here with all speed to where I may not hear a human voice. I command you, I beseech you. Never let my father's city have me dwell in it. Also, do not worry for my sons, for they are grown men, but do look after my daughters who are young.
I will care for your daughters, and for your city of Thebes. May the gods be with you, dear Oedipus.
You that live in my ancestral Thebes, behold this Oedipus. Him who knows the famous riddle, and was not a man's most masterful. Not a citizen who did not look with envy on his lot. See him now, and see the breakers of misfortune swallow him. Look upon that last day always. Count no mortal happy till he has passed the final limit of life, secure from pain.